What's up, and welcome back to another episode of the Fight Gods podcast. It's your boy Nico Damas here with my cousin Willie G, and we're here with episode 78, joined by none other than late the great and the stash himself, Mr. Ben Doucette. Yo, we're coming at you live to talk that combat sports talk. It's the number one show in the business. It's your favorite show. It's your favorite time of the week. Let's fucking get it. Will, how you doing tonight, man?
Hell yeah, I'm good, man. After a long Thanksgiving weekend, I'm doing good, man. Glad to see all your smiling faces. Nobody OT'd on turkey, so we're good to go, man. What's up, Ben? How you doing, man?
Doing great, fellas. Definitely ready for combat sports to be back in my life. This weekend was long. The football games this weekend weren't great, so I'm ready for some fights this weekend.
Yeah, for sure. BC, what's going on, bro?
I can't complain, man. Came in a little late today, my bad. But I woke up today and I was like, it'll be great. It's a great day to be great.
Yeah.
Better late than never.
Will is like, that's the story of Nico's life.
Oh, yeah, it's all good, though, man. I'm used to it.
One episode on time since you've added me to the show.
Probably maybe once or twice. Probably like the first two episodes. He wanted to get it going, and then he was like, yeah, now I could just chill, man. So yeah. So Nico, what's going on, man? Tell me about what's happening, man. What'd you do for Thanksgiving, bro?
Oh man, I was out on Long Island. I was out there for a minute. I was working my ass off. A lot of kickboxing classes over at Hill Street. Y'all see me decked out in the new merch.
Nice.
Got a lot of sparring done. Came up with some new sets. Kicked it with Brandon the other night and got baked out of my fucking mind. Oh my god, dude, it was so fucking ridiculous.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
What's up, man?
On a
Sounds like
scale
fun.
of 1 to 10, how goofy did I look standing outside the car?
Nah, yo, son, because I've hotboxed so many times that like I be knowing what it's like to get out the car and get some fresh air or stretch your legs.
Yes.
I be on it. Plus, you know, I be up. Those are my hours. I be up at 3 a.m. I'm just chilling.
Yes. Bro, the worst but best part about a bait is when somebody makes you laugh and you're just inhaling the fucking smoke and now you can't help but cough and choke, even though you're not even hitting the blunt at that point in time. It's the most ridiculous shit on it. I love it. But Brandon, how was your Thanksgiving, boss?
It was all right. The fucking Steelers ruined it. I know it wasn't Thanksgiving Day game, but I think about that whole week as a loss after what they did against the Bengals. That shit was wild. But shout out to the Suns, though. The Suns holding it down.
That's
26 days, 16 dubs.
Look, no matter what happened to you on your Thanksgiving Day game, it wasn't the butt fumble.
It's close. It was close. 3 to 41 was close. 10 to 20.
Sanchez, I don't think Sanchez put any points on the board, and he ran into his center's ass and dropped the ball, gave up a touchdown.
I want to talk about that.
Fumble.
Tommy fumbles.
Shit happens, bro. It happens, man. But yeah, Ben, what'd you do for Thanksgiving, bro?
I had my daughters for the holiday. My mom came over. It was the first year I haven't had to cook for in the restaurant in 13 years.
Nice.
So it was really nice just having a real simple.
Have you made it turkey?
No, man. We just make like massive amounts of fucking everything else.
Turducken.
We actually made what's called a churpuncle one time, which is a pie inside of a cake, inside of a something else. It's like a fucking baked goods orgy. It was crazy.
That sounds a little weird, man.
Big goods orgy.
Shit was getting weird.
How much cream, man? How much cream was used?
It's a whole ass fucking cake's worth.
Ooh.
Hey, Nico, check out Ben's hat, bro.
About the cream. Yo, come on, man. Get that shit out of here.
Never give up,
Hustle,
bro.
loyalty, respect, bro.
Yeah. HLR, bro.
How do I do this to show you? It says you can't see me on it somewhere.
Remember when Rollins had his feud with Cena and he was doing the whole never shuts up gimmick? I was at one of the shows at Barclays Center and Seth had beat John Cena. One of the kids threw his towels that said never give up on it. And then I took that shit back to the house and I put mad masking tape over it. And I did the never shuts up, right? I covered up the give and put the shut over it. The next show I had that shit. So I was waving that shit. Big heel guy. Real big heel guy.
Bro, the best thing though is when Cena would throw his shirt to the crowd and they would throw it back at him.
Yeah.
That was some of the best shit. What was that against CM Punk?
It was one night stand. Was it 2005 or 2006 when
against
he fought RVD? And yeah, they kept throwing his shirt back at him.
Fucking hilarious, man. they had no idea how that was gonna go, man. They did not realize that RVD was that loved.
Those fans are rabid.
Yeah, they were, man. That was a hell of a event, man. That was a great event.
If anybody was anti-ECW wrestler, it would be John Cena.
Yeah.
In every way.
No, not really, man. I wouldn't say that. I'd say more like Ric Flair, somebody who doesn't do very many high spots at all. Maybe not.
No, it's not about the high spots. It's about what ECW
Regal
represented versus John Cena.
Nah, maybe. Well, I don't know, man, because like Cena has been in hardcore matches and crazy shit. Maybe Regal, somebody who just like does like a lot of technical shit. You know what I mean?
Yo, Regal used to be in those Belfast brawls with Finlay before they even got in WCW. Yes. I remember reading in Regal's book that he said that the first time they had a parking lot brawl, him and Finlay, the guys at WCW were like, all right, go rig whatever you want. And Regal's like, what do you mean? They said, loosen some bumpers, like pre-dent some doors, like, get some of the windows replaced. And he's like, nah, man, that's not how we do this. And they went out there and just legitimately beat the ever-living shit out of each other and awesome. Had no gigs, no rigged up spots, nothing.
Yeah. BC, I see what you're saying, though, bro. Like, you're talking about, like, because John Cena was, like, kind of, like, more of a gimmick and stuff like that, and ECW tried to be more, like, hardcore and more real life. So, he's more Disney, and they'd be more horror. So, yeah, I can see what you're saying, too, man.
It's pretty solid. That's a pretty solid representation there.
Yeah. But, Chili Willie in the building. What's up, Big Chill? Uncle Chili. What's happening, bro? Yes, I did call ECW a horror movie and John Cena Disney, bro. Don't beat me up, though. You popped right up right after I said that, which is kind of strange, man. Made me a little bit nervous, but it's all good. But yeah, man, Nico, I didn't realize that the fights were this weekend. I thought they were next weekend. But we'll pick our winners on Wednesday night. But I have a theory, Nico. We're going to go ahead and have a little talk right now about. Am I echoing? Who's echoing?
It's probably me. I put my phone on.
It's probably
Okay.
It's going now?
Yeah, it's better now. Yep. Hey, so Nico, look. I think that most of us have a feeling that Jose Aldo is going to lose against Rob Font. I think he is, man. Just being honest. Nico, I know it's your guy. Do you think he's going to beat Rob Font? Ben, you do?
Let's go, Aldo.
You think he's going to beat Rob Font?
I'm doing it. Let's go.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's go. Up, baby.
It's got nothing to do with the nostalgia thing, man. It's every time I've thought that this next guy up was going to beat.
Counting him out.
I don't know, man.
Not yet.
I like Rob Font. I like Rob Font a lot. I really like Rob Font.
Penn, Will.
Give me a break, man.
It's
I'm with
time.
you, Will. I'm with you, Will.
He's gonna get beat up, man.
Nah,
I'm
fuck
with you.
that. I got a few
Appreciate
to spare. I got a few to spare, so I'm rocking with my
Nico. Here's the deal, though, man.
Fuck it. I got a few to spare. Let's go.
Okay. Let's be honest. All right, before let me even rewind. Do you think Jose Aldo will ever even get another title fight ever in his life?
Yes.
If he wins this fight,
in the UFC.
Let's go.
In the UFC, you think he will?
In the UFC.
Ben, you think if he wins this fight, he will?
If he wins this fight, there's not many fights above this one for him. You know what I mean? Isn't Font? He's got to be top 5.
Font is like number 2.
Yeah. So what's left if he beats Font? Let's say
Rob Font was number 1 and Aljo was number 2. But then when Aljo won the title, they bumped Piotr up to number 1 and bumped Rob up 1, right?
Okay. So let's say Jose wins this fight. There's nothing left. I mean, you're not gonna I don't know the exact date for Jan and Sterling, but you wouldn't if Aldo wins. You're not gonna book him in another fight.
That's a big if.
You know what I mean? It is sure it's a big if, but it was also a big if the last two guys that he beat that he wasn't supposed to.
I mean, I don't think he was supposed to lose to Cheeto Vera, was he?
Oh, I mean, they were trying to use Jose as they used Frankie as that next point to jump off, and it didn't quite work for Cheeto.
I mean, me and Nico both picked him against Marlon Vera. I did pick Pedro Munoz to beat him. But, all right. Brandon, do you think Jose ever gets another title shot in the UFC?
If he wins this fight, he's got a legitimate case.
Right. But do you think he wins this fight and gets that fight?
No.
No, exactly. So, Nico, Nico, check this out, bro. I made this just for you, man. Seriously. If he loses this fight,
what?
It might be the best thing that ever happened for him, man.
Why?
Seriously. Why?
Why?
Because of Conor McGregor's ego. He still thinks he could beat Jose Aldo's ass. And I think that's the fight that Conor takes when he comes back. Check out that graphic I made. Boom. I think that's what's going to happen. Not this whole Max fight. I'm telling you, man. Jose will go up to 155 for it. That would be the biggest.
No way.
Yes, he would.
No.
There's no way.
They've already talked about a rematch several times.
No.
They've talked about a rematch several times.
I don't like it at 155.
He said he would fight Conor, though.
So
what's Conor going to do? Come to 145? Hey, even if they meet at 145, it would be the best thing to happen to Jose. You know why? Be his biggest payday.
No, 155.
It would be his biggest.
It happened at
biggest
145,
payday.
Right?
Okay, let it happen at 145. Yeah. Okay, cool. It would be Jose's biggest payday, and that's a pay-per-view the UFC actually could sell with Conor on it. I don't think the Max fight happens. I don't think anybody lets Max in the cage with Conor at this point, honestly.
Why?
Because he's gonna look dumb, man. You see how slow Conor was in his last few fights? He's lost a few steps, and Max's striking is at his all-time best right now. You can't put that dude in there with Max.
They're not gonna put Conor in there with anybody that they think he doesn't actually have a shot against. You know what I mean? And I don't think this version of Max he'd have a shot against. Connor's great. Connor's great, obviously. Right, but Max is on another planet. You know.
Why won't do this to Conor? Why won't they do this to Conor?
Because he's the guy he's their cash cow. Whether you want to not you personally, I'm using a figurative you, of course. Whether people want to admit it or not, we all watch.
Ben, what do you mean, you people? Nah, keep going, man.
MMA fans.
So that's what the UFC does. They just won't put you up against the really good competition when you're the cash cow.
They're gonna protect him. I mean,
that's what they're gonna do.
I mean, look at some of the guys in the past too. I mean, she fought a lot of girls that probably didn't necessarily.
That's what they did with Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
No, they fed her to the wolves after she lost to Holly.
And they made Amanda next up. Why will they not do the same thing with Maxie, baby? Why not?
I just don't think
Conor is.
I don't care about the UFC. I'm saying that I don't think Conor's people will sign that fight. I'm not saying the UFC
I'm not.
won't.
I'm not trying to say anything against Max. I'm saying they're not going to do that to Connor. They're not going to put Connor in a fight that he's not going to have a shot at winning.
Yes, they will. Brendan sent me something the other day. What was it, B? How many people was Connor looking at?
4.
Who was they?
I'm sure it was
I think it was.
Ferguson, Nate.
I think it was Gaethje.
Dustin Poirier,
Poirier.
Max Holloway,
And Nate.
and probably Nate. Exactly.
Or Tony Ferguson. Which one?
And Nate. And then at the bottom was a little box and it had Khabib in it. All them motherfuckers will kill Connor right now. They'll all destroy him.
I don't know about Nate. I think the same fight.
Nate too.
I think him and Nate.
Active. Nate's active. Nate fought Leon.
Man,
Connor
Nate got
and
battered for like 4 rounds, landed
Facts,
one
he
good
did.
shot.
Facts, he did, but he's active. He's not broken up like Connor off this broken leg, looking slow right now. It's not the same.
He's not.
What did
He's not fighting Gaethje.
What was he trying to do to Connor? He mopped that motherfucker up at 170. So
I can send it to you. You want me to send it to you, Will? You put it up,
Yeah.
I send it to you? All right, hold up.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. Yeah, no, I definitely want to look at it. But here's the thing, Nico.
Gaethje wouldn't sit that long.
Oh, besides that, Nico's over here cherry picking stuff, man.
How I'm cherry picking what?
Because in the last 2.5 years, Nate has fought twice and Connor has fought twice. And Connor has fought more recent.
Connor's a bitch.
Actually, he's fought three times in the last 2.5 years.
No, man. Connor weak, man.
Connor fought in July.
Nate, I don't care.
Nate fought in June. Connor fought in July.
Oh, I thought for some reason they were on the same card.
Active in their off time.
Huh?
Who stay more active in their off time?
In their off time, Connor definitely. No, I'm just messing with you. They're both busy. No, I'd say they're both busy, man, because Connor's always training. Hey, man, Chili Willie's got the insight. He said Connor is going to heavyweight. Speaking of which, this is a great segue into what I wanted to point out to you guys. And I'm sure, Ben, you probably saw this a little while ago because you go to the same site I go to. Hazmat Chimaev challenged Brock Lesnar, George St. Pierre, and Daniel Cormier all to a fight today. Cormier, he wants to wrestle, just a straight wrestling match. But he wants to fight Brock and GSP. Called them both out on his Instagram. This dude's a maniac, bro. And I'll tell you what, DC kind of made a joke out of it. He said, in a real wrestling match, are you crazy, Hamzat? Love that you're confident, but brother, this is 10-0 DC. 10-0 DC. I don't even know, whatever. The other one on it's Twitter. Hamzat said, new king of UFC versus a legend. What do you think, George St. Pierre? And with Brock, he said, let's fight till one man leaves the cage at Brock Lesnar and put a skull, which is kind of funny because it kind of looks like the skull on Brock. So, what a maniac, man. This dude.
Definitely a maniac. That's my type of guy. He's next
fuck
up.
Yeah. I think so too, man. That dude is. I think he's definitely going to win the title.
Next up. You said Jiri next up.
Who?
I thought Jiri was next up.
Wait,
I can't say. I'm not saying.
About Khamzat?
Nah.
We're not talking about Khamzat right now.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Khamzat's next up 170. Yuri's next up 205.
Yeah.
Thank you for the clarification.
I got you.
Nico, this doesn't mean anything, though. Did Connor put that up?
No, bro. I'm just saying it's him looking at these names, right? Because they were saying that they would protect Connor at all costs. These are the big names that are in front of him right now, though. These are the guys deserving of that Connor 2 fight. You know what I mean?
They got Khabib on the TV
I'm saying that the UFC would gladly give Connor any of these fights because they're all big money fights. They don't give a fuck if he'll win or lose these fights. Every person up on that board will pull a fight. And with Connor's name next to him, you know what the numbers are going to do.
Yeah.
And I'm saying they will feed Connor to any of those 4 men on that fucking screen. Khabib has absolutely zero shot at doing anything versus Connor again. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because he's not coming back. But
I don't
could
see
the UFC gladly giving Conor to any of those guys.
I could see the other three. I don't see the Gaethje fight happening. I just don't. I don't even think Conor would sign to fight Gaethje. But I do think Tony Ferguson is more realistic than the Gaethje fight. If Tony was up there, I would say that's definitely a more viable option.
Why is Gaethje not?
I think that Gaethje's on a different trajectory right now, man. He's the
He's
number
not
one
in it for
contender.
the money right now.
But
He's about to get the title.
Right.
Well, not get the title, but the title fight at least.
He's not. Is he gonna get the title fight?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, he's in that title fight picture with Islam Makhachev as well.
Well, they just booked Makhachev and Dariush, so that leaves
Right.
literally only Gaethje to fight the winner of Oliveira and Dustin.
Yep.
Right,
If Conor was to lose versus Ferguson, would he have to retire?
That would definitely be a loser leaves town match.
No, Conor doesn't have to retire until he wants to retire.
Yeah.
I mean, who's gonna really want to watch him fight?
Like Chael Sonnen can lose no matter what. He knows how to work the stick.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it is, Brandon, the thing about Conor is that he could always change weight classes, and then it's something new again.
That's true.
Man. He can go back to 170, start calling out Colby Covington if he needs to. Could you imagine the numbers on that fight? Jesus. That might be the highest selling pay-per-view in UFC history besides him and Khabib. But I don't know, man. I'm interested to see what happens with Khamzat next. I think that whoever his next fight is going to be a number one contender fight for him, because you see it. Usman's already lapping the division, and Colby. Oh my God, Colby says that he's a better striker than him. He says that he's a better striker than Chimaev. I think Colby better stick to wrestling, and I don't think he's going to be able to wrestle him either, but he's got a better shot with that than striking.
That's probably the fight to make.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I'm down for that immediately.
They refuse to make Jorge versus Colby, and there's nothing. I mean, what are they going to do with Colby otherwise?
Oh, they didn't make that fight?
No.
I didn't know they were refusing to make that.
I think that's why Colby's talking shit right now for Chimaev, because he knows that's probably that's the biggest money fight he's going to have available right now.
Yeah, and that'll be a very talked about fight. It'll be highly anticipated.
Oh hell yeah, because they'll both talk a lot of shit too.
Hell yeah. Switching gears real quick. Have any of you guys seen this new Halle Berry movie called Bruised? Have you seen that?
Told me to watch it.
No, I haven't seen it.
Who did?
My mom did.
Your mom did? I watched it this week. I won't say too much about it. It's on Netflix. It's an MMA movie. Halle Berry is a fighter, and her nemesis, I guess, as you'd say, is Valentina Shevchenko. We'll talk about it more when you guys get a chance to watch it.
No, still review a little bit. Is it good? Is it not good? Co-sign it? Don't co-sign it? Come on.
I think it came from a good place. I don't think it was a great movie. I think it was a decent movie, but I think that they should have cut out about 20 minutes of it. It was like about 2 hours. It should have been around.
And Valentina scrap.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Now, place it next to your favorite Rocky fight scene. Place it next to your favorite Rocky fight scene.
I'm telling you, the choreography.
Favorite.
The choreography wasn't great.
Is it Tommy Gunn Stallone? Or is it Clubber Lang Stallone? Which one is it?
Well, I thought the best was Drago versus Rocky. I think that's the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's the best fight scene that they have.
All right.
But
all right, Clubber Lang is up there.
I didn't think the choreography was amazing, Nico. I didn't think it was that great, and I think that they added, like I said, about 20 or 30 minutes to this movie that was unnecessary, and it kind of slowed it down at certain parts. You got to kind of like leave some of the drama out sometimes. You know what I mean? They always try to turn everything into a big time drama, love story, whatever they do, and they kind of get away from like the point of the movie sometimes. And I think that kind of happens a little bit.
I think you got emotionally invested in the movie and took it to heart.
No, I think that
So tell me, if they replace Halle Berry with Vin Diesel, what would you rate it?
Is it still Valentina?
Worse.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, wait a minute.
Against Valentina, yes, I would
Fight
rate
for my
that.
family.
No, this is the thing. I'm saying the opposite, Brandon. Like I kind of emotionally got uninvested because they had so much like extra crap in there that they didn't need. So yeah, I'm watching a movie that I like, and then it's like, oh man, this is dragging. This is dragging.
Yo,
And
Ben
then it's
over
like,
there playing with Snapchat filters.
who, Ben?
Yeah.
He did that on purpose so he could go eat some chips, I think, man.
Yo, did you see how he froze before?
That's got to be a meme right there, Ben.
Shit was funny as fuck.
Ben, you all right there, buddy?
And my internet's being stupid.
Got you. That's what's up. But yeah, so I want you guys to watch it.
Ben over there heating up a prison calzone on his router.
Like I said, it was decent. I want you guys to watch it. And
I ain't never been to jail.
Just putting hot pockets on the sandwich maker.
No, I'm heating it on the back of my old fucking PS4 because the fan cooked so hot, bro.
Oh my god.
I'll leave it at this, Nico. Check it out. I'll say that it's not as good as Warrior, but it's better than Born to Be a Champion. I'd put it in between those two. You guys seen Born to Be a Champion?
Nope.
It's that MMA movie that came out like less than a year ago. It's got Sean Patrick Flannery and Edson Barbosa in it. I'd say it's better than that movie, but not as good as Warrior. I'll put it right there. You guys watch it. Let me know what you think, and then we'll discuss it on air. But yeah. So look, fellas, I got some good footage, cell phone footage of the Frank Mir fight. You guys ready to commentate this thing and take a look at it?
Cell phone footage.
Huh?
Why are you using cell phone footage?
So that we don't get pulled.
All right, fine.
Almost every time that I do like a fight with something like this, they give me all kinds of crap, and I got to turn into a lawyer overnight and all this other shit.
Get off our dick. We don't own the rights to it, and we're not making any money. Fuck.
Yeah, they fuck with us though, man. They do. So, but yeah, we'll let's see what we got here. But it's good cell phone footage.
Got to write him a stern letter.
About to get a Cash App or a PayPal for the Fight Guys podcast, so y'all can donate straight to us.
Hell yeah,
Patreon, baby. I'm gonna open the feet OnlyFans.
Hey, and by the way, we got merch coming out by the middle of next month. Me and Nico have been working on that, so let's check this out right now. Pablo versus Mir. So let's see what we got.
As you can see here, this fight was recorded on a Nokia. The guy isn't very focused on the fight. He's probably playing Snake at the same time.
He might be.
Because the fight was over so fast. It was over faster than the game of Snake.
Here's my first thing that you notice of this fight. He clinched almost immediately.
Who, Frank Mir?
Yeah. He wants no part of getting hit by this cat. None. None.
Nico, how was his boxing career? Because I'm not very familiar with him.
Pull-up?
Yeah.
He lost the heavyweight title fight.
He did, but he was he pretty good? Kubrat Pull-off?
According to Shannon Cannon Briggs, he has a heavy left hook. That's all.
Okay.
That's all I know about him, if I'm being quite honest.
You see Frank Mir like leaning back as he's throwing jabs. That's never a good sign. When you're leaning away from the guy.
The in and out motion, go back, man. You just take that back like 15 seconds.
Yeah. What we got?
Look at the in and out motion here, how he pulls the punches out of Frank.
Yep.
He's out again, he's in, he's back out.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Did you see that right hook by Frank was the worst?
God, man. Such good in and out motion.
Yeah. So, Dan Mergliotta's over here.
Man. But
what's that?
They're just in different classes, man. Frank didn't stand a chance against this man. But didn't for the night Team MMA won?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But oh!
Big right hand. Is this where it's at?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming up. Frank's taking an ass whooping, bro.
He's going dancing.
Corner right here. He hit him with the right hand, but he misses the uppercut. Yeah.
Yep. There it was.
Ooh wee.
Oh, that left was just
That
like
left
insult
hook.
to injury. Look at him, man. Nico, what do we call that?
What you mean? What we call it? We call that getting your shit split.
No, I'm talking about the dance that Frank Mir was just doing.
Oh fuck! I don't know. That was
The
the
chicken
Bernie.
legs.
That was the Bernie.
The Bernie.
Yeah, man.
Oh, weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
I like it, man. All right, let's see that ending again. He took that right hand and he's done. God,
That's the
if he would have
Bernie
hit,
right there, that man dead.
if he would have landed that uppercut,
He's dead.
yeah.
Facts.
If he would have landed the uppercut, Frank Mir might have died, man. That thing was thrown with bad intentions.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you this. And I noticed it in bare knuckle, and I'm like, what the fuck are these guys doing? So obviously, the clinch game in MMA is strong. If you fight in MMA or you fight in Muay Thai, you got to be able to clinch up. What's that? Ben?
Rollo Ben.
I can't even hear you. There's all kinds of echoing.
I was telling my dog to go to bed.
Oh, got you. Okay. So look, so when these guys get in there, these MMA fighters, they get in there with these boxers, and it's like they don't know how to like clinch very well. And like clinching in MMA is so like important. You saw it at the beginning, like you said, Benny. He immediately tried to clinch. And you know, Frank Mir, he's great with grappling and stuff like that. Why wasn't he able to clinch that one arm and try to hit him with the right? He tried to hook him with the left arm. Why wasn't he able to successfully do that?
I feel like a boxer would be able to get away from that easily.
Boxers work clinch as well, man. And I know a lot of people are like, yeah, but the wrestling is different. But the upper body work and pummeling is different in boxing as well. And they know when to just hang on your arms or just chill there. They know how to frame and push you off. Like,
And minimize the impact of the punch.
yeah.
Plus,
We definitely work clinch and swimming and boxing all the time, man. A lot of chest shit is basically pummeling like Greco-Roman.
Right.
But
you can't clinch the same way either, right? Because your instincts will tell you to throw those knees and those strikes that you can't throw. So you have to go about the clinch differently, which is like probably against everything you've ever been taught if you're a straight MMA fighter. Like boxing clinch is a little more involved, like because you're tighter. I feel so.
Okay. All right. Just was wondering about that because it just seemed like none of these guys are very good at clinching. And even like I said in BKFC, it seems like a lot of these guys and girls that come from MMA, they try to clinch at first and then they just kind of abandon it. And
you're gonna eat shots too now. Just because you're reaching a clinch don't mean I'm not gonna throw these hands in your face while you're reaching for it.
Oh, definitely.
We're more inclined in MMA to clinch back with you because we know like the takedown could come out of it, and like we're more inclined to go into that grapple and shit with you. But sticking your hand out there to grab the back of my neck is kind of a death sentence for an overhand.
Yeah. What about like what about when they like overhook the arm, Nico? Like Frank Mir tried to overhook his right arm, you know, his whatever strength, you know, his power shot. Mm-hmm. And so Frank Mir's got his right arm, which it wouldn't have mattered because Frank Mir's a lefty. But I don't know, it just seems like Frank would be able to me, it seems like Frank should be able to know better how to almost like manipulate those kind of situations to kind of put pressure on that dude's elbow and shoulder better as an MMA fighter, but you know, and especially with his grappling.
Successful with it because I seen Tyson do it to motherfuckers and damn near rip their shoulders.
Yes, exactly. I was trying to think of who I've seen do it exactly, and Frank Mir should be able to do that kind of stuff. I don't know why he wasn't. But speaking of MMA, Ben, what did Mike Perry do during the fight? Did he pick up the dude? Didn't he pick up the guy he was fighting or something? He did something straight out of MMA.
Yeah, almost as if he was going to take him down. And that's all that I meant, like, as far as, like, I feel like if you're an MMA fighter, your first instinct when you get in that clinch is to, like, throw a knee or an elbow, which, you know, is – because in boxing, you're going to get fucked up in the clinch if you eat some strikes. I just meant, like, as far as an MMA fighter, I just assumed that maybe they don't clinch the same way because
Right.
they're programmed to throw that knee to the body, even specifically
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So what they I can't remember. I was tired watching that fight with Perry, but what they clinched up and he picked the dude up like he was gonna take him down.
Yeah.
The guy was pulling him forward. Yeah, that's what I
But
thought.
he also didn't really know what to do in that fight after he got sat down. Like he got hit and sat down. So I
Yeah.
think it kind of threw. I don't think he expected that.
Right. And Nick, I was telling Ben, I don't know if you saw the Perry fight, but he looked very surprised when he won the fight, man. Like he didn't think he'd won the fight. He won a split decision.
I saw highlights. I seen him go down. Right, he definitely had lost a
Yeah.
10-8 round somewhere in there. But I'll have to watch the fight back to really know how to.
I don't know if there was a 10-8, like a must 10-8, you know what I mean, for a knockdown or how it worked. Because in boxing, it's 10-8 automatically. In MMA, it's not automatically a 10-8. So I wonder how that worked. I thought the triangle ring was weird. I don't like exactly the fact that it's let's see. So you start at the farthest parts of the triangle apart, but it's just weird that basically you really don't have anywhere to go except straight at the guy, which is cool. But I think that they would accomplish the same thing with just a smaller cage. The triangle thing is kind of strange. I think they
But
just
how
did it
else
as a
do you
gimmick.
stand out? It is a gimmick.
Yeah,
It is a gimmick, but it's like, how else do you stand out?
yeah. It's
You
like,
have octagons, hectagons, rings, circles. Like, how else you gonna stand out?
man, fuck a cage. Let's just do this shit blood sport style, Nico.
Yo, that would probably be the hottest shit to ever take place if motherfuckers, yo, either blood sports style or like just circle of like cars. Like
For
that's where the
real.
commentators are in the cars, the
Yes.
refs are in the cars, and then you have like state seats and shit behind them. You have
And the
two
women are dancing
microphones.
on the cars.
Yo, yeah, facts, 1,000%. That would be so fire. I'd love to see it take place in the street.
It would be pretty awesome, man.
If
Yeah, I
Kimbo
don't.
was still alive, he could be like the face of the organization. He could be like the Dana White.
Hell yeah, he
Pretty
could,
sick.
man. That's true. That's definitely true. Um, but yeah, man, I don't
Or
know.
like carving out pugilism or some shit like that. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Can
Yeah.
Yoel Romero be the like final boss?
Hell yeah, he can.
See you soon, boy.
I feel like he's just like old and jacked and just would like make the perfect like final boss on a fight island type shit like that.
Hell yeah, he would.
He could be in Tekken.
Yeah.
I was just playing Street Fighter 2 before we came on the air. But hey, one other thing, and Ben, did you send me this the other day? They signed Bryce Mitchell versus Edson Barbosa.
Indeed, they did.
That's an interesting fight, man. It's like an old school UFC style fight because Bryce is going to get knocked out if he keeps it standing, and Edson's going to get submitted if it goes to the ground. So it's like one of those like specialty fights.
It's another one of those weird crossroads fights, right? Because if Bryce Mitchell can beat Edson, obviously he's ready for the next level. And if Edson loses to Bryce Mitchell, where does that leave him exactly in the division?
Yeah, definitely. Thug Nasty, Nico. That's Thug Nasty to you, bro.
That's the cat that fights in those camo shorts, right?
I only recognize one thug, and that's Thug Rose.
Thug Rose.
Thug Rose.
Mm.
Yo, Will used to drink. He used to drink Thug Passion.
Thug's Passion. Nico's drinking the Wild Irish Rose at the same time, man. So good.
That's bullshit.
He was drinking that, some Thunderbird, all that shit, man. Hey, but
I
look.
forget what Grandma used to have inside of her closet at Willie Street, but it was some old ass bottle of liquor with like a wicker fucking case around it, and she had left that shit up there for ages. One time.
It's probably brandy.
Yeah, right.
It had that kind of stuff on there.
Like, after she had passed, I was in that room and I took that shit down and knocked that shit back. It was so nasty.
It sounds terrible, man.
So old, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what I didn't know her ever to drink. I mean, I'm sure she did before I was born, but I don't know, man. Maybe she did while I was alive. I don't know. But yeah, that's crazy. But hey, I was actually last night. I literally didn't sleep one wink the entire night. I couldn't sleep. So I was watching Amazon Prime. Have any of you guys seen the Macho Camacho documentary on there about the Macho Man Hector Camacho? Nico, have you seen that?
Nah. I think my father had told me about
Fire,
it.
bro. You need to watch it, man.
Type
It's
sad, right?
It's sad, and it's just like it makes you remember just how good of a fighter he was. But it was like everything was mental with him, man. Everything. And I know a lot of fighters are like that. Some fighters you don't see like that side of them. But look, this dude fought a who's who of fighters and never got knocked out once. He lost, I think, 5 fights. He lost by decision, but he fucking destroyed a lot of people. And he never, I don't even know if he ever got knocked down. I think he got knocked down one time in his whole career. But like he had a drug problem and he just had psychological problems. Like after one of the fights, he got on the mic and he was like, I just want the fans to like me again. I just want them to be my friends. I need friends. And like he was fucking crying when he said this shit. And it's like, I don't know, man. It's a grown man. You're sitting there watching. I definitely think you guys should watch that. It just shows how good he was, man. Teddy Atlas said, Nico, that he invented this one jab. He said that Camacho was so fast, he didn't have to turn his jab. He would just throw it up there straight.
Yeah,
he said he says the first boxer he ever saw do that, where he didn't twist his hand at all. He said he was so fast he could get away with it, no problem. People just didn't even see it coming. It was kind of cool to see Teddy Atlas in there talking about how great he was, because those two actually got into like a street fight one time, Teddy Atlas and Macho Camacho. There's like some stories out there about it. Yeah. I can't remember who Teddy Atlas's fighter was going to fight Camacho. They saw each other at the gym and they get into a brawl in the boxing ring. And like Teddy Atlas was like, this guy's going to kill me. So he just wrestled Camacho the whole time because he was afraid he was going to get hurt. I mean, pretty smart because Camacho hit fucking hard. But I don't know. Like I said, you guys should check that out sometime, especially if you've never seen him fight. That dude was a freaking beast, man, for real. He's one of those guys that even in today's climate, he'd still be a good boxer if he just started today. I know a lot of those older fighters wouldn't be, but he would be. But you know, unfortunately, like a lot of these older guys, they get fat. Nico, what's the dude's name that looks like DJ Khaled now that used to be the boxer, the Prince? You know,
my man.
Bro, that dude, he's so fat now. That dude used to be chiseled, man.
He was amazing, yo. That was my favorite fighter, for real.
He was fucking great, man. Yeah. He was great.
So Barrera wore that
original Connor. That was the original Connor.
Well, I think Camacho was up there too. I think Ali really was the original Connor, if we're gonna be honest. But
yeah.
I think if you watch this documentary, you'll see that that Prince but borrowed a lot of stuff from Hector Camacho, like the crazy outfits and stuff he used to come out in, and like the like just how he would like come out there and make it like a spectacle. He was like one of the first dudes in boxing to really have like an entrance that meant something. You know what I mean?
Europe, right?
Who him? No, he's from Spanish Harlem. He's Puerto Rican. Yeah, but yeah, man, like he
means macho. You got to have some kind of bravado.
I was talking about Prince Nassim.
Oh yeah. Where was he from? I think he was from Europe. I think
That's what I was. Yeah.
I got you. My fault. Yeah, he's from let's see, British Columbia. Yeah, he was British. Okay. Man, but you know what? Even in his fat days right now, he still looks happy, bro. I don't even care, man.
I bet you he still pause on a motherfucker too.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't.
Probably right.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely
Look, Tyson Fury. Apparently, that's the epitome of what a body should look like.
Yeah, for real. Look at that shit, man. Wow. But hey, look. Hey, he looks happy as hell on the left. He don't even look happy on the right.
He look like Russell Wilson and Sinbad.
But not Sinbad the comedian. The Prince of Thieves.
Oh my gosh, man. That's funny. That's hilarious. So, there's a lot of good fights coming up before the end of the year. What fight are you most looking forward to, Nico? I don't care. It's UFC, boxing, Bellator. What fight are you looking forward to the most? Jose? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Look, I was just up here the other day telling you that Jose is forever my GOAT, man. Come on. It's him and GSP for me. It's
All
never
right.
gonna be a point in time I get up here and pick against Jose, and I don't give a fuck if I know he gonna lose. I don't care if he was in there versus Brock Lesnar. I'm rocking with him because that's my GOAT.
All right.
That's it. Point blank. Period.
All right, Ben. Same question. Let's go around the horn. What fight are you looking forward to most?
I don't know how many fights we have left before the new year.
I think there's only 3 events. The 2 that I've listed on the bottom, and also Derek Lewis versus DeCoste. And let me see. I don't know if there's any more fights after that before the new year. Let's see. I know there's no more pay-per-views after Dustin versus Charles. Let's see.
Damn, both of those fights that just rolled by, Josh Emmett and Dan Ige and Dominic Cruz and Pedro Munoz are friggin' fire fights.
Yeah. So those two events, and then this event with Lewis versus DeCoste is the last UFC event of the year. And basically, it's just those 2, and then Cub Swanson versus Darren Elkins, Charles Jourdain versus Andre Ewell, and Justin Tafa versus Harry Hunsucker. So nothing great on that event.
Harry Hunsucker, the 4th best heavyweight in Kentucky or Kansas or Arkansas, wherever the hell he's from.
That's funny.
Haney
So
Diaz is this weekend as well.
Who is?
Devin Haney, Jojo Diaz. Yo,
that
we didn't talk about Fimo losing. That's
we
could
talk about in a minute.
All right.
Go ahead. Ben,
I might say the fight that at least like if you're talking about like before the new year, I'd probably have to say Sergio Pettis and Kyoji Horiguchi.
Really?
That fight should be really good.
Nice. What about you, Brandon?
Oliveira Poirier.
Hell yeah. Me too, bro. I'm with you on that one, man.
I think it just had the most action out of all those fights.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be crazy, man. I mean, I don't know. I'm excited about that fight, and I'm excited about Amanda Nunes versus Juliana Pena. I think it's gonna be a good fight, one way or the other. But yeah, you're right. Ben, Josh Emmett versus Dan Ige, Dominic Cruz versus Pedro Munoz, Kai Kara France versus Cody Garbrandt. I mean,
those fights are all filthy too.
Fucking nasty card. Like everybody said that, and I said it to Nico too a month ago or so. Everybody was so excited about the Covington versus Usman 2 event, and that was a great event. But I said this I thought was going to be the card of the year because both of those main fights were rematches, and we've never seen these fights happen before. I might be wrong, but man, like when you put Eric Anders on the preliminary or the early prelims main event, you got a hell of a fight going on because Eric Anders is, he's ranked. So I don't know, man. I'm pretty excited about it. But go ahead, Nico. I didn't get to see that boxing, but I know you did. Go ahead, talk about it, man.
Teofimo and Kambosos went absolutely berserk. Definitely not the best version of Teofimo that I've ever seen in the ring, but he was still trying to get after it like a dog. Kambosos knocked him down. It was a great fight. Just all in all, I think that they took that shine from Canelo and Caleb because that was probably my favorite boxing fight of the year up to that point, and they just got after it like dogs. Kambosos won, which was stunning to a lot of people. Teofimo also scored a knockdown during the fight, so that was lit. I think that's everything that you look for in a fight, right? Both opponents going down, getting back up, battling through all the way.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's what's up, man. Yeah. What you said there's a fight this weekend, a boxing match? Cheers, Ben. Cheers, fellas.
And Jojo Diaz fight this weekend.
All right. Who do you look for to win on that fight, man?
Brandon. Brandon. Devin Haney versus Jojo Diaz. Who's gonna win that fight?
Uh, Haney.
Mhm. I don't even know why you did that whole long ass dramatic pause.
Because I thought you was talking about the other fight before that. Then when you said that, it kind of threw me off.
Yeah.
So you think Haney's going to win? You think so too, Nico?
Yeah, he will. For sure.
32-1 versus 26-0. Pretty
Yeah.
good records, man. Is that for that's for a title?
It's probably for
WB,
Haney's title.
WBC lightweight title. Okay, that's what's up. Hey, look, I know I'm a little early, and we're going to take a look into the future, and we discussed it a little bit, but I want to see everybody's take. At this point, you can change it before the fight. I don't care because we still have over a month away, like a month and a half. I want to see what everybody's thinking about this fight right here. Yeah, and I'll tell you that I did see two MMA fighters' predictions for the fights. For that fight, for one, Shell Sonnen said
Cyril
Francis
Gane.
Ngannou.
I just wanted to get it out there
Okay.
before you said whoever else was going to pick. So go
Yeah.
ahead.
Shell Sonnen says Ngannou's going to knock him out. And France is going to knock Gane out. And Verdum said that Cyril Gane is going to beat Francis by decision. But anyway, go ahead, Nico. Let's hear it, man. Actually, no, let's not hear it. BC, let's hear it, man. What do you think of that fight?
My heart tells me Gone, just off of conditioning and being able to strike and kind of play the game with precision versus Ngannou's power, so to speak. But I'm a big power guy, man. I kind of want to see him get starts only because I like Francis.
Yeah. Okay. Ben, what about you, man?
The last version of Francis Ngannou we saw was the best version of Francis Ngannou we saw. He sprawled takedowns from a better wrestler than Gon. Now Gon's probably the more technical striker on the feet. He's probably a little more tidy, but Ngannou has legitimately proven time and time and time again it takes one hit to shut your button and the lights are out. And I think that we see a better version of Ngannou this time, and I think he gets the job done.
Okay. Nico, go ahead, man.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, you want me to go next?
Yeah,
Sure.
let's see where all y'all at. So you go ahead.
All right. I think that Francis will win the fight. I think he will knock him out. And I'm going to tell you something about Francis that if you guys didn't notice it, maybe go back and watch some of his fights. Even when people block his shots, it still hurts them. Like even when like Miocic like kind of deflected some of those punches, they still were causing damage. That's a lot of power. I don't think Gon has that kind of power at all.
You don't need it.
And
Don't
I,
don't forget fucking what's his name? Derek Lewis was out there throwing 75 head kicks.
yeah, which was against him. Yeah, what the fuck was he doing?
Bro.
I don't think that Gon has the power to deal with Lewis. I think that I mean Lewis, no, Ngannou. I think that Ngannou's going to be able to bully him. I think he's going to be able to close the distance. I think he's going to be able to bully him. That's my. Don't tell me no. That's what. How are you? You can't tell me that's my opinion. That's not my opinion.
That is your opinion, but your opinion is wrong.
I said I think that Francis is going to bully him again, and Nico's like, no, you don't, no.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Okay, Nico, you tell us what's gonna happen, man.
I think that Cyril Gane's a better fighter in every aspect of fighting. I think that the only thing that Francis has going for him is his size. If he tries this like calm, patient Francis that he did with Stipe, he's just gonna get jabbed in his face all night. He can try to apply that pressure from the clinch. Gane is gonna be way better. I know that fucking Francis is strong, but we just dealt with Derek Lewis's power. That was the best version of Cyril Gane that we also seen. TKO'd Derek Lewis. How much did he outpoint that man by? Was it like 100 plus or 90 something to 16 blows landed by Derek Lewis? and we saw how Derek Lewis made Francis shit bricks and stand still for a whole fight.
That was a long time ago, man.
I
That
don't
means
give a
absolutely
fuck how
nothing.
long ago it was.
That was forever ago, yeah.
When look, he was shook. He was shook of that man's power. He was shook of what he could do on the feet. That's
He's
still
not gonna
in
be
him.
scared
That's
of
still
God's
in his
power.
heart. That's still in his heart.
Right. He's
That
not going to be
hesitancy
scared of
is
God's
still
power.
there.
That's true.
Stop. He's gonna be scared of what he can do technically. Walk forward like a dumbass on Gon. You're gonna get slapped.
That's why I said his precision and his precision and his technique is going to be what saves him. But that power is always there, and he's going to have to. If he's going to want to hit Francis 600 times, he's going to have to take him.
Mm-hmm.
So, Nico, I'm calling bullshit.
On who?
On you.
Why?
Because there's no way that Cyril Gane has better wrestling than Francis. Francis showed how improved his wrestling was. Took Stipe down like it was
tiny.
nothing.
Stipe is tiny.
Stipe's a world-class wrestler.
I don't give a fuck. He's a little guy.
He's not a little guy. He's not a little guy.
He is compared to Francis, and you know who's not? Cyril fucking Gane.
I think their grappling's fairly even, honestly.
Cyril Gane is not no little fella.
I think that where Ngannou might have the power to get those takedowns, I think Gane's probably more technical on the mat once it hits there. I think he has better positioning, and like you look back at Ngannou's submission win that he has. That's not technical ability. That's him literally ripping that guy's fucking arm off because he's strong enough to rip that guy's arm off. Everything Nico's saying is true though. Like Gane is definitely the cleaner fighter of the two. He's definitely more technical, but that
Cleaner,
power that power that Ngannou has is not like power anybody else has in that division
in the world.
It's just crazy seeing what that guy has done to full-grown men, like separating them from their fucking senses completely. So I have a hard time picking against that kind of power.
Yep. Nico, you got okay. Before Francis came back for that fight against Stipe,
what about it?
He joined Extreme Couture.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And he was doing all kinds of wrestling drills and training. Okay. That was his focus for that fight. Mm-hmm. And you saw how much improved it was going into that fight. Are you agreeing so far? Mm-hmm. Okay. He stopped Stipe's takedown, then got his own takedown.
Shot frantically.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
In the first fight, every time he shot, he took Francis down.
But you can't say that doesn't matter, though. All right, you just said that Francis wrestling improved, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Stipe really wasn't in trouble in that first match. He exposed the hole, he exposed it early, and then that was it.
And kept going with it, yep.
Exactly. Okay, we saw a new Francis, right?
We saw a different Francis, yeah.
We saw him clip Stipe. Stipe didn't shoot in character anymore. That's out of character. That's not how he would shoot. That's not how he would set shit up.
Okay, but all right, that's cool. It wasn't as good of a shot as maybe in the first fight, but we see it. I do.
Well,
we did see good defense.
Like what happened? What happened when Curtis Blades took an outside shot?
Well, he got uppercutted.
He got uppercutted. Yeah.
Orbit. Is he not a fantastic wrestler?
Yeah. He's probably the best wrestler in that division.
Fantastic, but what did he do? Some dumb shit. The same way Stipe did some dumb shit.
But Francis didn't clip him with
on the right now for a wrestling match. Who wins?
In a wrestling match?
Yep.
I mean, at this point, I don't know if Stipe could take him down. Francis's takedown defense was on point now, but it doesn't matter because listen, you're going too far into this. It doesn't matter. You saw that you even admit out of your own mouth he improved his wrestling for that fight,
and it made him better.
So he's doing an 8-week camp with the greatest heavyweight kickboxer in the world right now. And you don't think that that's going to change stuff for this fight?
I don't give a fuck.
Rico Verhoeven is his main sparring partner for this fight. The best heavyweight fighter in the world, one of the best that's ever lived in kickboxing. And you don't think that's going to change anything?
No, I don't.
Nico, I think you're stretching on this one, man.
I don't.
I think you're stretching on that one.
No, man.
Verhoeven could do anything that Cyril Gahn could do as far as kickboxing and more.
No.
World heavyweight champion.
You can try and show him the same looks, but they're not the same looks.
How are they not the same looks?
Because it's not the same man.
Bro, he's one of the greatest that's ever lived. Cyril Gahn is not.
You can bring me into the room right now to hook kick you in the head. It's not the same as Stephen Wonderboy Thompson does it. It's not the same. It could touch you. I can find the angle, but it's not the same when it hit. The setup not gonna be the same. The juke not gonna be the same.
Nico, I think that you're overestimating Gahn.
No, I'm not. I think you underestimating him.
I think you're overestimating.
Boxer in the UFC right now. He's gonna light Francis up like a Christmas tree.
I don't think he is, man. I think he's gonna get punched in the mouth.
All right, I got a question for you guys.
Go ahead, Ben. Before I got to keep verbally abusing my cousin.
Oh no, finish, please.
Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Go ahead, man.
So the Bellator light heavyweight Grand Prix will be ending soon.
Mm-hmm.
So assuming Corey Anderson gets the job done, okay?
He won't.
Assuming he beats Nemkov, does that make him? I mean, of course, excluding John Jones, does that make him the best 205er in like fighting right now? Because he already holds wins over Jan and Glover.
No, because number one, Corey Anderson always blows it. Every time he's had a big opportunity, he shit the bed, and it's not going to be any different this time. And I think Nemkov's going to finish him, and I think he's going to finish him early. Number one. Number two, I don't think Glover's going to keep the title. After one fight, I think he's going to lose it to Yuri, and then it's going to be like, well, who cares? Because now Yuri's the king of the mountain, and Corey Anderson has never fought him. You know what I mean? You could say, oh, he won, and now he's better. He's better than Glover because he beat him, and Glover's a champion. But as soon as Glover unsuccessfully defends that title in his first defense, I think it's going to be kind of like, well, Corey, you can go to the back of the bus now, man. You're not the champ anymore. You're not the best. I mean, he'll go to the end of the line, in my opinion. Nico, what do you think? BC, what do you think? Do you even think that Corey Anderson's going to beat Nemkov? Because I don't buy that shit at all.
I don't think so, but you could ask a fifth person once they finally find and wake up Alistair Overeem from that uppercut he took all those years ago from Francis. You can wake him up and ask him. He'll probably take Nemkov too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually go with Corey Anderson for that fight.
Okay.
I think that his wrestling's elite, and I thought that we saw different power out of him when he clipped Bader like that. I don't know, man. He looked really fucking good that night watching him live. So I'm not gonna pick against him, man. I'm not. I saw holes in Nemkov when I was watching him, just gearing up for Julius's fight. I said on air that right hand would be there, and that right hand was there. It clipped him heavy. Same shot that Corey Anderson knocked out Bader with. So I don't know. I'm not picking against him.
So, I mean, the only reason why I ask in the first place is because, like, if you look at Corey Anderson since he's coming to Bellator, he's 3-0. He beat Bader, who's the champion, the ex-champion and the current heavyweight champion, and he holds a win over the ex-UFC light heavyweight champion and the current light heavyweight champion. And if he beats, if he wins the Bellator belt, I mean, like I said, assume John Jones doesn't exist. He might have a case for being the best 205er around at that point.
I agree.
Jones doesn't exist because he's like 280 pounds right now. So I don't.
Well, I mean, you know how people automatically. Yeah. John Jones is the best lady. I'm not talking about GOAT status. I'm talking about currently fighting in the division. Like I said, it's a big if. He's got to beat Nemkov, but if he wins, I can see that's a pretty strong case. I'm just asking. Like I said, I was just kind of curious.
If he wins, I think that he's got a case for a little while. Temporarily. That's where I'll put that one. But I think that I think that when Yuri wins that title, man, I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna have much to say about it at that point. I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't know. What do you think, Ben?
I mean, I'm a huge Yuri fan, but I mean, his 2 wins are over what, Ozdemir and Reyes.
In the UFC, yes,
Yeah.
but he also
And it
beat
depends on
Nemkov.
it depends on who you talk to, because some people will say that those guys have only beaten cans.
Right, but he also beat Nemkov too.
I mean, okay,
He made
and
Nemkov quit in the
that was a
corner.
long time ago that he
It was a
beat
while
Nemkov,
ago.
though, right?
Yeah. It was way back, like when Nico's talking about Lewis beating Ngannou. I mean, it was like, about a decade ago or something.
Yeah, it was a while back. I'm just, it depends on who you're talking to. I like Yuri a lot, and I'm not discounting him, but people say that Dom Reyes and Ozdemir have beaten tomato cans, so maybe they're not as good as they appear because of the guys they've beaten. So
Right. Yeah. The fight with Yuri and him was 6 years ago, by the way. I don't know, man. I think Nemkov's pretty damn good, man. I mean, I think he's dangerous against anybody, and I think that he'll be a little bit smarter against Davis in this fight than he was against Julius, and I think that it won't take him getting blasted in the face before he reverts to his ground game.
I think Anderson's got a better ground game than he does. I think he's just stronger from.
Yes. And wrestling background.
He's got a good wrestling background, but Nemkov's got nasty submissions.
That's what got Anderson even drafted into the Ultimate Fighter House in the first place. He wasn't like an NCAA guy, or at least he was a collegiate wrestler, and he's very strong. So
yeah.
The reason why I asked in the first place, I was just reading an article about his season of The Ultimate Fighter, and they mentioned in his recap of him being the best fighter from that season that he has wins over Glover and Jan, and that he's fought some really tough competition in his time, and that their question was, where do you put him if he beats Nemkov? So
yeah,
that's why I asked you.
Yeah, I mean, if he beats Nemkov temporarily, I'd say he'd be number 1. But because of the way that things are, and I don't think they're changing anytime soon, as soon as you're the champ in UFC, you're the champ. You're the champ of the world. Most people don't even consider Bellator the world champion. They consider it no, I wouldn't say regional, but I mean, they consider it like a secondary type deal, man. No, nobody in Bellator can say, "Oh, I'm the world champion." Like Bader, can Bader say he's the best heavyweight in the world? No, there's 10 guys in the UFC heavyweight division that could beat him.
I mean, he can say it, but he's gonna get his ass whooped.
Right, exactly. So I don't know. I think it's a tough sell for anybody in Bellator to say that they're better than anybody in the UFC in that division, except for Antonio McKee, because he's undefeated and he's the champion in that division. I think that he's the only one who can say, "Oh, you know what? I'm the best in the world," and people can say, "Oh, maybe."
You think he's better than Volkanovski?
I don't personally know, but I think he could claim that, and you can't really argue with him until somebody does beat him. I mean, I think Volkanovski's pretty damn good, but I don't know. I don't see anytime soon anybody considering Bellator to be that number 1 company with world champs. I think they're world champs by names only.
Is it true that Mike Perry got $250K
for that fight?
Yeah.
I saw that he made a lot. I didn't know he made that much. But if he did, he's pretty lucky, man.
That's wild. That's pretty wild, man.
Rachel Ostovich was talking about how much more she made for her fight versus Paige in BKFC than she ever did in her UFC career.
That's wild, man.
Apparently, BKFC is paying out the ass for these people, man. So it's kind of nice that they are, man. But
Dana gonna have to do better in these upcoming years.
Yeah, he's gonna have to, for sure.
That checkbook, Uncle Dana.
Yeah. Hey, when is the Nemkov versus Davis fight? Not Davis. Anderson fight.
I don't think they've set a date yet.
Both men said they wanted to do vacation time.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. All right. Anything else you guys would like to discuss this evening? BC, you've been kind of quiet, man. What's wrong?
Who you mean? I contributed whenever you asked me to.
Hey, man, you got to jump in anytime.
I did.
Will's a piece
Okay.
of shit, man.
Why? Because I said he seems kind of quiet. I'm trying to see if there's anything he wants to discuss tonight.
You including him though?
I asked every time I asked anybody a question, I asked him too. Nico, stop trying to cause problems, man. Before I come over there and give you a noogie, man.
I just don't know what it is, man. Like you left Long Island and now like you don't even want to rep the Island Boys.
Get out of here, man.
You're
BC,
not an Island Boy.
BC, what's going on in
W? Up, BC.
He doesn't even know what he's eating. Look at him.
Oh, I was gonna show you. All pink. Oh wow, we can't see it.
All pink Mentos.
All pink Starburst.
Oh,
pink Starburst. That's what's up.
Yo, them shits. You are most gracious king, my sir.
Hey, what were you guys talking about the other day on Facebook when I don't even remember what
don't let people into our group chat first of all.
No, it wasn't in the group chat. It was on Facebook on a post.
Okay.
It was you two and Jay, and you guys were talking about doo-dooing too loud. what was that about? It actually sounded kind of familiar, but I don't even know if I know what it's from or not.
Let the doo-doo hit the side of the bowl.
Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah.
I got kids sleeping. Trying to sleep. Yeah. What is that from?
It's a skit. It's a skit on what they put it on, man. Like
Facebook, it's King Batch and the comedian Godfrey.
Yeah, Godfrey and
there's somebody else, but I forgot how the other person is.
I'll have to look it up because I can't.
Right? Or Rennie.
Rennie, yes, that's Rennie. Who it was.
Nico, you just have to send it to me, man. I think I may have seen it because it sounded like I was cracking up reading it. I definitely had heard that before, but I couldn't
like YouTube skit.
Okay, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So BC, what's going on in WWE, man? What are you excited about there? Who's and why the fuck did Sami Zayn win the title shot versus Roman the other night?
He didn't.
Because they don't know who to give to Roman, they're just giving him anybody.
Wait, yeah, Nico, he did. Yeah, Jeff Hardy won, and then Sami Zayn came back in under the.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that's like a throwaway match unless they just want him out there when Brock returns. That's about the only thing they could really do with Sami being in the ring with Roman at this point.
That's what they were saying. They were like, why didn't they just do it at Survivor Series?
Yeah.
And then they just had they just did a Black Friday Battle Royal because of the Black Friday. That's dumb.
Yeah, that was weird. Mm-hmm. What about Big E?
Not necessarily really excited for anything. Not yet.
Yeah. What's going on over in AEW in your neck of the woods?
That's a little more interesting. Typical shit. There was actually a pretty good promo between MJF and CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 18 minutes, but it feels like it's like 5 minutes.
Yo, it did. He showed me it the other day.
I have to check it. I saw an article about it.
It's phenomenal.
It's pretty good. You don't see those these days. You get to see fucking talk shows with Alexa Bliss or Nikki Corbin. Come on, man.
Yep, that's true. I saw an article today where the guy had asked Daniel Bryan why he's always wearing a white T-shirt, and he said that he just doesn't like to sell people stuff. So he said he just wears the white T-shirt now every time because he just doesn't feel like that's something he likes to do. He said they have a nice T-shirt with a dragon on it and stuff that they sell. Nico, from now on, you have to call me Dragon, by the way.
You gotta call me Nighthawk.
Done deal, bro. But yeah, he just doesn't like to sell people stuff, and I don't know. I thought it's kind of cool, but it's kind of weird because you make money off of your sales. You make like a commission, I don't know, royalty, whatever, and then he doesn't want to sell any, but maybe it's not part of his deal. I'm not sure. But anyway, BC, anything else good coming up in wrestling?
Not necessarily.
At day one is
Not right.
coming.
Not right away.
They announced that Seth Rollins is taking on Big E at day one.
Hate it when they do that, Nico.
What?
Isn't day one on like the 1st of January?
Yeah.
So you're telling me that there's no way Big E's going to lose the title by January 1st? Like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's only a month.
unless I know, but like you're saying, this dude's not going to lose his title for the next month. So every Monday, he may get put into a title match. Like, oh well, we'll have to worry about Big E losing, so we can change the channel.
Why can't they change that though? They've never done that. They've never announced a fight and then it had to change because the title came off the champion.
One time that I can remember, a couple years ago. Ben, you remember who it was? Come on, Ben.
Was it Cena?
Nah, they had advertised Brock versus Jinder Mahal, and people were like not wanting to watch it, so they had AJ take the title from Jinder like 2 weeks before. And at Survivor Series, it was Brock versus AJ, and people loved that shit. But yeah, it's kind of messed up for Jinder though, because they were really trying to push that match, and it was like nobody was going for it.
Yeah.
But did they ever figure out the whole egg deal? Oh yeah, they did. You guys told me that last week. It was whatchamacallit. Oh, why the fuck did they bring out this Ridge Harris dude, make a big deal about him, then have him lose his debut? Isn't that what they did with like Keith Lee and Karrion Kross, and those guys end up getting released and sucked? Now they have this guy, Ridge Holland. Is that his name?
Yeah.
He came out and got his ass kicked, right? Who did he lose to? Who did he wrestle?
Wasn't it Sheamus?
Yeah. There you go. Yep. I don't know, man. I think that's a horrible look when they bring these guys up and let them come out and get an ass whooping. Unless you're like a smaller guy, like let's say Johnny Gargano came to the main roster and like he lost a few matches, but they were like, building him up. It might be okay, but they just had this dude take an ass whooping. I mean, it wasn't even like a build up type deal. I don't know. I think they probably just lost that dude for good. But maybe that's what they want to do, man. That might be that might be their plan, giving these guys a reason to get released. But it's all good. BC, you seen any good movies lately?
Nah.
Come on, man. I know you have. Stop lying, bro.
I work nights, bro. I'm never really watching TV. I watch sports. That's about it.
I got you. Hey,
No,
Nico,
man.
you missed us.
What?
You missed it the other day.
What?
And you're right. I don't let people into the group chat. But, bro, these two both have said they've never seen an episode of The Office.
I did see that. Actually.
What the fuck?
Man. They don't fuck
what kind of heathens are you hanging around with, man?
Yo, man, he's told me this shit up front. Like, it's just what I know about my guy, man. That's my guy. You don't watch The Office.
Ben's never seen it either. He said he's a big Frasier fan.
No, he didn't
Fuck
say
you.
that.
No, he said, what was it that you said was your favorite show?
Scrubs.
Scrubs, okay. I've never seen an episode of Scrubs, just to be completely honest with you, man.
None of y'all fuck with Big Mouth on Netflix?
Don't even know what the fuck that is, man.
You don't know what Big Mouth is?
I don't know what's happening right now, but Ben looks awesome at the moment. All right, he switched it up. Ben, have you seen any good movies lately? No? Nico, come on, man. Hit me with something good.
I just told you I'm watching the new season of Big Mouth, man. That's my show.
What movies have you seen?
Very, very stoned and watched that.
No movies?
Why do I have to watch movies because you watch movies?
I'm asking you. You haven't seen any good movies?
What new series are you watching?
I just finished whatchamacallit. I just finished I Know What You Did Last Summer. I told you that last week. And right now I'm watching it is called what is it called? Hold on, I gotta look her up. What is hold up. What's her name? I just gotta look up the name of the show, but yeah, I'm watching a show right now, and it's pretty good too.
Solar Opposites. You ever seen that?
No.
I've seen it.
Did y'all watch the movie Red Notice?
Nah.
I started to watch it yesterday, and I had some other stuff going on. Yo, okay. What is the actress that's married to the dude in the NFL? Like her husband's like this.
Descriptive.
Huh?
Ciara.
Who?
Ciara.
No, she's not an actress, is she? Hold up. I'll tell you guys. Hold on. I just gotta, man, I can't think of the name of it. I want to say The Guilty, but that's not Guilty Party. I'm watching Guilty Party, Nico. Thank you for asking, though.
Okay.
Control your cousin, Nico.
That shit is good too. Guilty Party.
Well, I watched Red Notice.
Starring Kate Beckinsale, who is married to who? Who is she married to?
Her last name is Beckinsale. I don't know any football players with the last name Beckinsale.
She's married to somebody in the NFL. Let's see. Her.
Sounds like a bitch if he couldn't get her to take his last name.
No, I was mistaken. She's not. She's married to somebody else. I don't know who I was thinking of. There's somebody who's married. There's some actress that's married to somebody in the NFL, but she's not. She's married to another actor. Anyway, Guilty Party is pretty fucking good.
I watched Red Notice.
Okay?
Great.
It was great. Okay,
And
see, there you go, man.
starring The Rock.
The Rock, yeah.
Used to wrestle for WWE, which is
I'm gonna watch it tomorrow.
things that we talk about on this show. You see, I watched something that was, related to what we do here on the Fight Gods podcast.
And that's why I told you about Bruise, because Valentina Shevchenko was in it. Exactly. That's why I told you about Bruise, because Valentina, who is the gloat, the greatest lady of all time, was in it, bro.
Well, I'm just
what the fuck you talking about?
And my mother told me to watch it, so I didn't, because I'm rebellious like that.
Hey, man, that's just the way you roll, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you on that, man.
No, I'm gonna check that out though, because she did tell me to watch that, and I do what my mama said.
You better watch that shit, man.
My mama said that.
I'll tell her if you don't, bro. I'll DM her right now, bro. I will let her know. I will dry snitch all over. Hey, look, I'll just make a status and be like,
not watching the movies you told him to.
Yeah, I'll tag Aunt Jackie and be like, at Nico, I don't know why you won't watch Bruised. I told you it's a good movie, and so did your mom, bro. She'll get you, man. Anyway, Nico, you ready to take it to the building, bro?
Yeah, man. I got y'all, Brandon. You got anything you want to say to the people before we dip?
Another shout out to the Phoenix Suns. Let's roll, boys. Let's go.
Valley boys.
Got a big game tomorrow. They're playing the Warriors tomorrow.
And Steph been getting off lately.
Hey, look.
I don't know about all that, but
Steph has been getting off lately. Give credit where credit's due.
He's got like 3 kids. I'm sure he doesn't have an issue.
Oh, all right. Hey, yo, pause.
Nico.
All right, Ben. No, Ben. Go ahead, Ben. You got anything you want to say to the people?
No, I'm still. What just happened?
Nah, we're not doing all that. Will.
Yo, you gave me an idea, Nico. Your status gave me an idea, bro. I forgot to tell you guys.
What status, yo?
Upcoming episode. Ben, I know you get off of work and you come on the show sometimes, so you're out and about. BC, when you're not working, you're kind of in your car, so I know you can handle it. Nico, I don't know if you could do it. I don't know where the logistics of it, but I know I could do it. Look, before one of the next couple shows, we all need to go get those hot ass chicken nuggets you were talking about, and we'll basically do hot ones.
Won't do it.
BC, come on, man.
I'll do it if y'all gonna do it, but I don't want them shits. Them just gross.
Like napkins.
Yes.
He doesn't fuck with Burger King nuggets.
Burger King nuggets and fried
nuggets are
napkins.
my least favorite nuggets. First of all, Wendy's is up there. McDonald's is forever a classic. Burger King is the last on my nugget list.
Yeah.
But it said ghost pepper, so I got them, and they were type spicy.
I'm saying, though, Burger King, if you need a spokesman, just don't put me on the nugget shift. Put me on another shift. I fuck with y'all burgers. I fuck with y'all fries. I like those little jalapeno joints. Them shit's good.
Yeah. Put my boy BC on the Whopper commercial, bro.
Yo, man.
BC for BK.
Hell yeah.
I'm wrapping up.
Big
Ronald,
beans.
go to bed. I'm yelling at my dog again. I'm telling him to go to bed. I'm signing off right now. Thank y'all for joining us once again. It's episode 78. It's your favorite duo here with I think they're like 2 new
Triad.
mainstays. They came by, they stopped by. We can't get them out of here. We don't want to get them out of here. Y'all love us. We love
bro.
y'all.
They add flavor to the show.
They do add flavor to the show, baby. Look, Brendan hit me up on the side one day and he told me flat out, yo, I know that you rocking with your cousin Will, but you know he don't season his food. Let me roll up. I'm like, yo, come
That's
through.
beat up, man.
That
That's
motherfucker
hurtful,
he
BC.
said he just put ranch on everything. I'm like, oh.
You see,
No,
they put
man.
me in the middle. I bought all the sugar for the
But
Kool-Aid.
y'all already know what it is. There's no need to adjust your screen. It's not Bruce Buffer, but you've been here live with TFG, brought to you only on the Fight Guys Network. And we'll holler at y'all later. We getting up out of here. Tell them one time for the one time. Oh, smash! Peace.
Right.